Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Redberryweo here, and welcome back to another quick Civil Air Patrol video. Now, in today's video, I'm talking about covers that you can wear with your blues, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about the different types that you can wear, and talk about the placement of the device that you put on your cap. So let's go ahead and jump into the different types here. So I've got a male cover. This is a senior member male cover. And you can see that because of the device that is on it. The top is flat. The bottom is also pretty flat. Well, there's a curve, of course, but the bottom is flat. And since it's got the silver brimming, like, we know it's a senior member cover. And if it were a female one, it would be curved and it would have that silver trimming. For cadets, I have a female cadet cover here. And you can tell that it's a female cadet cover because it's got that curve on the bottom and that deeper curve on the top. So I'll compare front to back comparison. You can see that the female cover is definitely, it's got a stronger curve on the bottom, and it's also got a bigger opening on the top because females are actually supposed to wear it a little bit opened. And I will show you how to wear that. I am not supposed to wear cadet female covers. I am not a cadet, but I will show you how to put the device, which I have got here, onto this, and we'll go over that briefly, and I'll also talk about officer covers in just a second. So let's do this. You need your little device if you are a cadet NCO or a cadet airman. If you are not, then you're going to be doing this with the cadet officer large insignia associated with your current grade. So if you are a cadet captain, then you'd have like the big 3 dots. And that would have to be starting at 1.5 inches from the edge. So you're measuring from the front edge or the leading edge of the device to the edge of the cover, which would be this edge of the cover. Don't do it on the back side. It's supposed to be on the left side. So we're going to measure from the edge. We're going to do 1.5 inches. And we're also going to center it between the top edge and the bottom edge of this section right here. We're not including the top center flap. So I'm gonna do that quickly here on my desktop right here because it's harder to do up in the air. So I'm centering it, I'm measuring that 1.5 inches, and I'm gonna poke it through, and I will show you guys here. That's what that looks like. Okay, it's a little low, I think. Let me put it a little bit higher. There we go. So I'm going to measure with my ruler. I'm going to measure it to 1.5 inches. So actually when I moved it closer to the edge, so I need to move it again, just a little bit further over. Making sure that it's centered between this edge and this edge. Boop. Push that through. And I'll measure one more time here. Okay, so we have measured that to be 1.5 inches from the edge. And that goes for all covers. So this one as well, this is 1.5 inches from the edge. It might be a little closer actually. Let me check that. Now that's 1.5 inches. And then this one, oh, it's a little bit more than 1.5 inches now. Okay, well, you get the idea. You're centering it between here and here. And I'm just going to move it one more time. I just moved it a little too far. I want to be precise with this. Okay, and then once I have it in place, I'm going to grab my 2 frogs. I'll open the flap here and push it through. Okay, I'm not pushing it all the way through to this side. I'm not pushing it all the way through to the inside. The cover may act a little funny if you do that, and having the frogs against your head won't be that comfortable. So that is how you put the device on. And so that, again, that goes for senior member covers, and that goes for cadet officers. This is for if you were a cadet airman or a cadet NCO wearing a blues cover. And again, this is the female one, and you know because it's not flat. This one's a male one because the bottom is flat. All right, so I'm going to show you how to wear this. Again, I am not a cadet, but since this is what I have available right now, I'm going to show you how it is to be worn. I will actually put my hair up into a messy bun just so that this looks a little bit more formal. It matches how it should actually be worn with female hairstyle. So I've got my hair up in a sloppy bun. I would spend more time on it, but I want to get through this. So when it is worn, you're wearing it so that it is 2 fingers from the bridge of your nose. Okay, so that goes for males and females. When males are wearing their cover, oh, excuse me. Wait, I'm looking at my side view over here. Oh, there we go. When males are wearing it, the tops of their covers are supposed to be closed, and with females, it can be open just slightly. Okay, but it's supposed to be 2 fingers from the bridge of your nose, and my fingers are flat, and they're measured right there. Okay, so then when you're wearing it, something that I recommend to females is if you have bobby pins, you can use bobby pins to kind of hold it in place, because a lot of times if it's a windy condition, then your cover is going to want to fly off your head and it'll go whoop. So to try to prevent that, I use little clips, and when I do my hair, I typically use clips and I put it right here. And then when I have my cover on, I just open the clip and then put it back down again when I have the cover on my head. I personally don't prefer wearing the flight cap. I actually prefer wearing this. So this is a female officer cover. I do not have an example of the male wheel cover. If you are a female member, you're more than welcome to wear this one, or the wheel cover, and if you're male, then you're only authorized to wear the male cover. So this device here on the front is for senior members. So if you are an officer that's like captain or below, or if you're an NCO, then this is the device that you would wear. And then if you are a lieutenant colonel, a major, a colonel, general officer, typically there are like little bands along here that are supposed to be fancier when it comes to wearing your cover. And then if you're a cadet officer, it's just going to be a slightly different device, but it's supposed to be a big device that sits on the front of the cover here. And so I personally prefer this one because it rests on my head and it doesn't go anywhere when it's windy. And so you still do it where you do 2 fingers and then you touch the bottom of the brim. And if you are saluting with one of these covers, you salute to the brim instead of to your eyebrow. So that's, oh, my hair is so messy. I'm going to take that out. Ugh. Ta-da. So that is just a quick overview of covers, how to wear the blues flight cap in addition to how to wear that officer cover. The female one is a little bit different from the male one, but the male one, like, it still applies where you do the 2-finger rule, because your cover is not supposed to be too far back on your head. And that's like another reason why you don't have your bun super up high if you have a bun in your hair, because if your bun is too high on the back of your head, then your cover is not going to rest properly on your head. It'll kind of like flop too far forward. Okay, so that's just your quick summary of how to wear blues covers. And if you do have any questions for me, or you have any insight or fun stories about stuff that's happened to you, like if your cover has flown away into the breeze, then please feel free to leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and that is all, folks. Until next time, toodles.